What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Ralph John's Photography. Today we're going to talk about variable ND filters. Cue the intro. Okay, we're going to talk about ND filters, specifically variable ND filters, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, okay? Now, the good thing about a variable ND filter is, again, you have, in this one, 3 to 5 stops at a simple turn. So that means that, let's say the light changes, which is not going to change today because there's no clouds over here and no clouds behind me. Well, that little tiny puffy cloud up there. But anyways, that's not going to change at all. So it's not that big of a deal for that, okay? Now, what is a variable ND filter? Well, it's actually 2 filters put together, okay? And they make it all into one package for you. It is 2 circular polarizers put together, and the way that you turn them is just this one has a little knob on it that you can turn just like that, okay? And that gives you the different variant of stops right there, okay? Now, if you go too far on this, there will be a big black X in the middle, which if I can get it to do that, I will show you that. The advantage to these though, okay? Like for example, this shot that I'm showing you here is just with no ND filter at all on it, okay? You see, it's a beautiful landscape shot, yes, okay? And there can be more done to it to make it even more pop, even more in Photoshop, but this is stuff we're talking about in the camera itself that you can do with just a little bit of accessories on the camera. Now add that variable ND filter, okay? You now have 3 to 5 stops of light that you can take out of the equation and put into the equation if you need to. Like for example, if you're all the way down to the 5 stops and everything and see that it's too dark, well, all you gotta do is turn the dial. That's it, okay? And you can get instantly more light like that. This works great for waterfalls, for running water, for people. Like for example, and I'm going to give the people example real quick. Let's say you want to take a picture of the Louvre in France, okay? And there's so many people around, and they're moving all through there and everything, and they're not stopping for you because they don't care that you're trying to take a photo. You can add this filter, crank down to 5 stops, drag out your shutter speed, and the people are less noticeable because they're all a blur, and if they're walking quick enough, you don't even register them in the photo itself. Now, the case here that I'm at here, I have this beautiful landscape behind me with a little bit of running water, which we're going to focus on that water here in a minute, okay, with this and stuff. And that water, like I said, here's the shot with no ND on at all. It's nice, crisp, clear, it's beautiful, and stuff like that. Now we're going to zoom in on that water now and take a shot at 105 millimeters. Again, that water just looks all kind of nice, and yeah, it's a shot, okay? But now we're going to go ahead, adjust this variable neutral density filter, and then we're going to go ahead and show that shot again to where you can get that water all nice and blurry. That's the good thing about a variable neutral density filter. Okay, the bad thing is, like I said, if you go too far, you'll get this big black X. Another thing about this is that you want to buy, if you get a circular one and everything, you'll want to buy the biggest size that you can get, and it's going to cost you some money. Okay, it's going to cost you probably $200–300 for a good filter. And then you buy step-down rings. And that's the case that I did too and everything, but my step-down rings suck. I cannot get them to lock into place and everything, so you need to get another good quality step-down rings. And so it's like, okay, well, it's, you know, a lot of fidgeting and a lot of fussing with it and everything to get everything all right, and you may miss your shot if it's something that you need for action or something. Where if you have the filter for each lens and everything, you won't miss the shot at all because, you know, you can just go boom, boom, and that's done. But then you're spending probably $1,000 on just filters for every different lens you have because they're different sizes. Like this is I think a 67 millimeter, might be more. Hold on. Yeah, it's a 67 millimeter. This is a smaller thread on this one. So, yeah, so I'd have to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have to buy like 9 different filters for all of my lenses because all different sizes and stuff. So, that's the bad thing about it, okay? I'm looking at other options and everything, and I'll bring them to you when I get them and stuff, if they're good options, bad options, because there's no perfect solution in my opinion. There's good solutions and there's better solutions, and then there's crappy solutions, okay? And I'm interested in some of the other solutions to see if they're better for me or worse for me. I don't know. I'll find that out when the stuff comes in, and I'll do a review about it. But now, anyways, back to this. For the most part, this is a good setup and everything. It's, you know, we'll get the job done and stuff like that that you need. And overall, I've had this system probably for a couple years, and my main thing that I do is I don't bring it with me a lot because of the fact that I have to deal with my step-up rings, and they don't work properly. The lenses, the filter itself works great, okay? The lens, the step-up rings don't do that though. And that's my main bottleneck in this. I can buy better step-up rings, hopefully, and it would fix the problem, but all the step-up rings that I've had have all been, you put them together, they're kind of loosely together, and they still turn. So I've had different varieties of step-up rings, you know, different brands and stuff like that, and they've all done the same thing. So it hasn't worked well for me in the long run. But anyways, that's all I got for you this week about polarizing filter, variable neutral density filters and stuff like that. And like I said, they're good. I enjoy using them, and I'm looking for a solution to bring them with me more, that I'll use them more and stuff. Again, the reason why I don't use them now is because of the step-up rings. But just like this on the camera, it works great, and I'll show you that. And well, I've showed you that through these photos. This is Ralph Johnson saying peace out. Bye.